Block attributes are very useful information that can be used within blocks itself. As you can see in screen in front of me, I've got a light symbol with a attribute definition or attribute attached to that block. So as soon as I click on it, you will see it's seen as one object because it's within the block itself, which simply means I can take that block reference and I can copy it to a couple of places in my drawing. When I rotate that, let's say minus 90 degrees, and I place it against that wall, you will now see that your attribute also rotates within the block. So in Caddie 19 we've got enhanced attribute definition editing options. If I go to advanced objects on the left hand side and I go to attributes, I have the ability to edit attributes, where I can now click on any attribute and change, for instance, its value to 600 millimeters. I can apply that, and if I move my dialog box across, you will see it automatically applied that immediately. We also now have the ability where I can change the text property, so I can change the text style that it uses. I can change the height, let's say 120. I can change the width factor and the angle, etc. So when I apply that, you will see it applied it to the attribute on that side as well. And that brings us to the rotated attribute or block with the attribute within it that we have rotated. Once I go to attributes and I edit that attribute, under miscellaneous properties I now have the option where I can choose the layer, the line style, the pen color of the attribute. So let's change that one to be yellow and apply that. And back at text properties, the angle I can now change to 0 once again and apply that, which simply means your block itself can be rotated, but all your text attributes within that block can now be changed according to whatever rotation you want it to be. As you can see in this instance, the attribute now overlaps the symbol itself. So under attributes, we've got the ability to move attributes as well. So I can just move that one to the specified location where I want it. And that will now enable me to have multiple block references at multiple angles, rotated, etc., with attributes within it, and the attributes can be customized or modified individually as I choose it to be. While we are at blocks, when I go to manage blocks, you will see picking that light from the list, the preview or the dialog box now has a preview to show you a preview of how that specific block looks. So any of the blocks that I choose from that list, it will give me a preview in the dialog box itself of exactly how that particular block looks. So all the other options to save, to duplicate, to change its name, change its description, etc., all of that still applies, but now you can see the preview of exactly how that block looks, plus that white cross that you see over there indicates where the origin of that particular block is.